Welcome to Mom's Life Made Simple, the podcast for moms who want to go from chaos to calm, from overwhelmed to organized, and to find balance between family responsibilities and personal growth. I'm your host, Chanel Nielsen. Let's make mom life simple. Hello, welcome to the Mom's Life Made Simple podcast. I'm your host, Chanel Nielsen, kicking off the March 2023 Self-Care Challenge, which is to drink more water. If you've been joining us for 2023, you know that every month this year, we are doing a different habit to help us get self-care. So in January, we tackled mindset. In February, we talked about getting more and better sleep. And here we are in March, focusing on drinking more water. Now, to join the challenge, you can go to chanelnielsen.com/self-care challenge 2023. There are dashes between each of those words, self-care-challenge-2023, or you can just go and click in the show notes and have a nice, easy link to get there. Now, today we're going to cover why drinking more water is important, how to drink more water, and the main thing that I think might trip people up with trying to drink more water, and it may be different than what you expect. So let's go ahead and jump in. Why drink more water? Now, first of all, more is very subjective because you might already be drinking water. Most of us aren't drinking enough, but here's the thing. You've probably heard to drink 8-ounce glasses of water a day. I know that has been around for a long time, but it actually is not based on any scientific finding. So we don't actually know how much water a person needs to drink during the day. And part of that is because that's always changing. That changes based on the temperature outside. That changes based on how much activity you do. That changes based on you, how much you're sweating, whatever else is going on. There are a lot of different factors, as well as how much water you're getting from your food. If your food is very heavy in water content, you'll need more to drink less water than you would if your food was very dry. Makes sense, right? But all that to say, we don't know exactly a specific number. There are different recommendations. But for this challenge, what I want you to do is just be really aware of how much water you're drinking and to make it a point to drink more than you usually do. So, as we were saying, why drink more water? I have a whole list of reasons why drinking more water is a good idea. Some of these I was really surprised to learn. So drinking water lubricates and cushions your joints, so it makes your joints feel better. It protects your spinal cord, your brain, and sensitive tissue. Drinking more water helps get rid of bodily waste. We're probably aware of that. It helps things move in the body. Drinking more water improves your mood and improves your brain function. That is so interesting to me because I think that was one I'm not super aware of, but if you're dehydrated, you're not going to think as sharply or as clearly, and you're going to be grumpy if you don't take the time to drink more water. And that's just such a simple fix to have the benefits of increased mood and increased brain function. Another reason why drinking more water will improve your physical performance. It leads to healthy kidneys. Obviously, our kidneys need water to function. Drinking water prevents headaches. It leads to better and clearer skin. It keeps your mouth, nose, eyes moist. Those all have a high liquid mucus content, and so they need water to be able to do that. Drinking water delivers oxygen throughout the body. So that's going to also increase just the way things are flowing, the oxygen in your body. Drinking enough water regulates your body temperature, so keeps you from overheating. I know that for me, I'm someone that sometimes can get really hot, and I love to just drink water to cool me down. For me, that's often if I'm feeling a little nervous or in a situation where I'm feeling, I guess, anxious, nervous, that kind of thing. If I drink a lot of water, it really helps to bring down my body temperature where otherwise I'd feel a little hot and a little flushed in that situation. Drinking enough water maintains the right blood pressure. It delivers nutrients and minerals to the body, and it may help with weight loss. So those are some really interesting things and reasons why we need to drink enough water. I wonder if some of them were new to you. I know a lot of them were new to me. It was very interesting doing this research. I know drinking water is important. It's something that I do. If you've been around a while, if you watch this podcast on YouTube or you've seen me anytime doing a live, I usually have my water with me. I'm usually drinking, or if you've worked with me in my coaching group, I am a water drinker. But being really aware of what it's doing for me makes me want to drink water even more. So how to drink more water? One of the things I want you to think of when you are doing the challenge this month is how can you make the thing that you want to do, in this case, drink more water, how can you make it easy? How can you make the outcome that you want inevitable? So if your water is far away, if you had to get water from somewhere and you had to boil it to make it, drinkable, or you had to filter it through a tricky, long process of filtration, it would be, of course, much less likely for you to drink water. If, on the other hand, you have water constantly at your fingertips, like my water is right next to me right now, I just have to reach for it and drink. The easier that you can make it to drink your water, the more likely that you are to do it. So think of, for you, what can you do to make this new habit really, really easy on yourself? A couple ideas to do that. You can fill up a water bottle in the morning, or several. You can put them in the fridge to have throughout the day. If you're home, you can pack your bag and take them with you with all the water that you're going to need for the day. What I like to do is in the morning when I come downstairs, I fill up my jar. I drink out of a quart jar, so it's 4 cups of water. I fill it in the morning and then I drink it through the morning, and then I fill it again before I start my workday and come into my office. And that's kind of just, it is a habit that I do in the morning, is to start my day with a full bottle of water. The second idea is to make it enjoyable. Drinking water shouldn't feel like a chore. So what's going to make it enjoyable for you? Is it that you need that little flavor in your water? You need to throw a lemon in there or infuse it with some kind of fruit or cucumber or something? Is it that you need a fun cup to drink from? One of the reasons that I find that drinking from this jar that I drink from works for me is because I don't have to constantly refill it. If I drank from a normal size cup that was just, 8 ounces, and I had to go and refill it every time I drank those 8 ounces, I don't think I'd drink nearly as much water because it would just take a little bit of extra time. So find a cup that's the right size. Find a cup or bottle or whatever that you enjoy drinking from, so that just makes it that much more fun. Another thing you can do is have rituals around water. Now, a ritual, I heard this the other day and I love this so much. The idea is that a ritual is like a habit, right? It's something that we do over and over, but a ritual is a habit with a soul. I forget who said that, but I think it's really beautiful to think about. It's a habit that brings us this deep inner peace. And for me, drinking water in the morning particularly is part of my ritual. It's part of my morning routine. Before I sit down to do the things that you guys hear me talk about all the time, before I sit down to journal and read my scriptures and then do my yoga and meditation, before I do those things, I fill up my water, and it is part of my morning. It is part of that ritual. I have water there with me. So how can you make drinking water part of a ritual, to make it more enjoyable, to make it part of a bigger something, a habit with a soul? Drinking more water, another way to do that is to set a goal. So my husband recently got an Apple Watch, and this Apple Watch tells him what to do. It tells him when to stand up. It tells him when he's exercised enough for the day. Your watch, if you have one, or an app on your phone, you can track your water and you can see your progress. So if you're someone that likes having that visual reminder, then put it on your watch, put it on your phone, have something where you can track that you're drinking water and you can feel really good about the progress that you're making. In the past, I've used MyFitnessPal. Some of you have probably used that app to track your food. It also has a water tracker, and you can just with a simple click add in how many cups of water you're drinking each day, and it fills the water cup for you and is a really nice visual of how much water that you're drinking. The other idea for how to drink more water is focusing on replacing rather than adding in. And so that means if you're someone who's normally drinking Diet Coke, or you're drinking milk or juice or whatever it is that you're drinking, to replace that drink with water at least part of the time. And the reason why is because we can only handle so much liquid, and it's kind of hard to get it all in our Diet Coke and our tea, if you're a tea drinker, and our whatever, and our water. And so concentrating on replacing rather than just trying to drink more water will actually help you to get more water in. So as I was thinking about the challenge this month, one of the things that I was concerned about was this is such a simple challenge. Now, this is Mom's Life Made Simple. I like to do things simple. But I was reading the scriptures and I came across this phrase, and it said, it was talking about Moses, the people in the days of Moses, when there were poisonous serpents on the ground and the people were getting bitten by these serpents. And all they had to do to be healed, Moses took a serpent, he put it on a staff, he held it up, and all the people had to do to be healed was to look at this serpent and they would be healed. But the scripture says, because of the simpleness of the way, or the easiness of it, there were many who perished. And we know a lot of people didn't look up at that serpent because it was just so easy. It probably seemed like it wouldn't really make that big of a difference to go and look at that serpent. And it was just such a simple thing. And maybe we can do it another time. It's just so easy. And that is my challenge with this, or my concern with this water challenge. Because of the simpleness of the way, there will probably be many who don't do it. Like drinking water. Yeah, I do that already, of course. Everyone has to drink water to live. I'm doing it. I'm done. But I want you to consider, what things are you not doing because they are so simple? There are things we hear over and over and over that we know we should do, that we know would make a difference to our lives, that we know matter. I just gave you a long list and a long outline of why drinking more water matters. But is it something that's so simple that you won't take the time to do it? And so it's a really interesting thing about human nature. When it's so simple, sometimes that can keep us from doing it. So I want you to take a moment to decide, how are you going to implement this challenge for March? What are you going to do to make sure that you drink more water? Now, not only do I want you to drink more water, I want you to enter the challenge. This is going to help keep you accountable. It's going to make it more fun, and it's going to give you the chance to win some awesome prizes that we have from the guests that will be on later this month. You'll be really excited and want to win these prizes, as well as the giveaway that I am giving away, which is something super fun to drink from. And you will see that when you enter the challenge at chanelnielsen.com/enter the challenge. It's enter-the-challenge. So go there, enter the challenge, drink more water, enjoy all the benefits, and we will see you next time. Bye. Thank you for listening to Mom's Life Made Simple. I'm so glad that you're here, and I want you to join us for the 2023 Self-Care Challenge. Each month, we will be diving into a different area of simple self-care, learning how to create habits that allow you to make time for yourself. So to join the challenge, go to chanelnielsen.com/selfcare2023. When you join, you'll get access to free downloads that help you to create and track your new habits, as well as a link to the community so that you can discuss and win prizes that the guests are sharing on the podcast. I'm so excited for you to make self-care part of your year in 2023.